Hello children. Okay, in the previous video we had studied about Santosh Yadav. Now we are going to deal with Maria Sharapova. Who is this girl, in which field she had made her career and she had become successful and she had made her name? Maria Sharapova. Before you read section, a Russian girl, Maria Sharapova, reached the summit of women's tennis when she was barely 18. As you read about her, see if you can draw a comparison between her and Santosh Yadav. So Maria Sharapova, she belonged to Russia, a Russian girl, okay, and she had reached the summit. Summit means height of women's tennis. That means she is a tennis player and she had made her successful career in tennis. So if we can compare between Maria Sharapova and Santosh Yadav, so let us see who is Maria. There is something disarming about Maria Sharapova, something at odds with her ready smile and glamorous attire, and that something in her lifted her on Monday, 22nd August 2005, to the world number one position in women's tennis. All this happened in almost no time. Poised beyond her years, the Siberian born teenager took just 4 years as a professional to reach the pinnacle. Pinnacle means height, topmost position. So Maria Sharapova, if you look at her today, at her modern attire, her glamorous look, but there is, and she smiles every time, but there is something behind that smile. And now on what position she is today is not, has not taken much time, a longer period. It is just 4 years ago when she grabbed the first position in women's tennis, number one position, on Monday, 22nd 2005. So from 2005, if we go behind 4 years, where she had started her professional career, and she has reached the number one position in 2005. However, the rapid ascent in a fiercely competitive world began 9 years before, with a level of sacrifice few children would be prepared to endure. Little Maria had not yet celebrated her 10th birthday when she was packed off to train in the United States. That trip to Florida with her father, Yuri, launched her on the path to success and stardom. But it also required a heart-wrenching 2-year separation from her mother, Yelena. The latter was compelled to stay back in Siberia because of visa restrictions. The 9-year-old girl had already learned an important lesson in life, that tennis excellence would only come at a price. Okay, so how Maria had faced the competitive world around her. It had started 9 years before, when she was packed off to the train which reached United States, Florida. She had to go to United Nations, that is America, in Florida, okay, to take her further training in tennis. And she had to leave behind Siberia, Russia, and also her mother. That was the thing which she had to pay to be successful in her life, because according to her, excellence would not come until and unless you have paid for it. Okay, if you have not paid anything for your success, you won't be successful in your life. So Maria had paid 2 years of separation from her mother. Why her mother didn't move with her from Siberia to Florida? Because of the visa restrictions. So her father went with her, and he had led her on the path of stardom, success. Okay, and she had faced many things further also. So let us see what those things were. I used to be so lonely, Maria Sharapova recalls. I missed my mother terribly. My mother was working as much as he could to my father was working as much as he could to keep my tennis training going, so he couldn't see me either. So though she was with her father in Florida, but he had to work hard a lot, so that her tennis training should go on. So along with the separation of her mother, who was in Siberia and she was in Florida, she had to bear separation from her father, because for long hours of the day he used to work for his daughter to become a good tennis player. Because I was so young, I used to go to bed at 8 p.m. The other tennis pupils who would come in at 11 p.m. and wake me up and order me to tidy up the room and clean it. So she was very young at that time when she started with her tennis training, and she was very young, and she used to go to sleep earlier. But other pupils who were her fellow tennis trainees, okay, and those who were seniors to her, and they used to come back to their room at 11 p.m. They, and purposely they used to wake her up and made her to tidy the room and clean it, okay. Instead of letting that depress me, I became more quietly determined and mentally tough. I learned how to take care of myself. I never thought of quitting because I knew what I wanted. When you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. I would then that to steadfastly pursue my dream. Sorry, I read this sentence wrong. I would have put up with with much more humiliation and insults than that to steadfastly pursue my dreams. So what happened, this is kind of a ragging which our senior tennis trainees used to do with her. They used to wake her up and made her to clean up the room and all. But she didn't got nervous. She was quietly determined, and she was mentally tough, and she never thought to quit because she knew what she wanted. So it made her strong enough to fight with that situation, because according to her, when you come from nothing and you have nothing, then it makes you very hungry and determined. When you come from nothing and you have nothing, okay, you are quite curious and anxious to have that thing in your life, then you never bother what thing and what obstacles come in your way. You are very determined and you're very hungry to have that thing in your life. So I would have put up with much more humiliation and insult. So to be a successful tennis player, she had digested so many humiliations and insults. She got insulted by her co-trainees, and finally she had pursued her dream to be a tennis player. That toughness runs through Maria even today. It was the key to her bagging the women's singles crown at Wimbledon in 2004, and to her meteoric rise to the world number one spot the following year in 2005. While her journey from the frozen plains of Siberia to the summit of women's tennis has touched the hearts of tennis fans, for the youngster herself, there appears to be no room for sentiment. The straight looks and the answer she gives when she asked about her ambition make it amply clear that she considers the sacrifices were worth it. I am very, very competitive. I work hard at what I do. It's my job. This is her mantra for success. So she is very determined. She is not a sentimental girl. If she would have been sentimental, then she would have got moved by the humiliations and insults she had bared in the hostels where her senior trainees, they treated her in that way. But she was not that kind of a girl. She is a tough girl, and today also she is fighting with the situations around the world, okay, and that is the mantra for her success. This is her mantra for success. Though Maria Sharapova speaks with a pronounced American accent, she proudly parades her Russian nationality. Clearing all doubt, she says, I am Russian. It's true that US is a big part of my life, but I have Russian citizenship. My blood is totally Russian. I will play the Olympics for Russia if they want me. So, born in Siberia, Russia, and she went to America in Florida, and she pursued her tennis training over there, and from then onwards she started playing for America. she got the citizenship over there and she started playing for America. But she proudly says that she is a Russian. She is Russian and she has Russian blood in her, and she would like to play for Olympics for Russia if Russia permits her to do so. Like any number of teenage sensations, Maria Sharapova lists fashion, singing, and dancing as her hobbies. She loves reading the novels of Arthur Conan Doyle. Her fondness for sophisticated evening gowns appears at odds with her love of pancakes with chocolate spread and fizzy orange drinks. So this is a usual thing which any youngster would like to do. Maria Sharapova cannot be pigeonholed or categorized. Her talent, unwavering desire to succeed, and readiness to sacrifice have lifted her to the top of the world. Few would grudge her the riches she is now reaping. This is what she has to say about her monetary gains from tennis. Of course, money is a motivation. Tennis is a business and a sport. But the most important thing is to become number one in the world. That's the dream that kept me going. Who is not trying to earn money? Whatever we are doing, even though we are working against our interest or for our interest, we are ultimately earning money out of that. So earning money is the thing, but what made her successful in her life is the thing which kept her going, and that is her passion for her game, for her tennis. Okay, and to play it properly, passionately, is her dream. Money comes later, but for her, her passion is the priority. Her tennis is the priority. So this is Maria Sharapova. So what are the things which are common in Maria Sharapova and Santosh Yadav? Both of them, first and foremost, both of them are women and they are very successful in their whatever career they chose. One is mountaineer and the other is a tennis player. Both are successful and both of them have fought with the odd situation in their life. Santosh Yadav had to fight with the society to change the mindsets. Okay, and here Maria Sharapova, she had to bear the separation from her mother. She had to bear humiliation and insults from her roommates who were the senior trainees over there, and both the things are equal. And finally, fighting with the odds, both of them became successful. One is the mountaineer and the other is the tennis player in their lives. So this is a success story of two women, Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova. We should also learn from both of them, and we should also be successful in our life by pursuing our interest, okay, and making our parents and ultimately our country proud of us. So this is what the story is about, the two ladies, and I hope you have understood it. Please go through both the videos, read the lessons, underline the difficult words and write them down in your notebook, and also give me the thumbs up in the comment section so that I'll come to know how many of you are watching the videos and understanding them. Till then, bye.